We see the sky, we see the land, we see the water, and we wonder, are we the only ones? Long before we came to exist, the humans ruled the earth. They made marvelous things and moved whole mountains. They knew the secret of flight, the secret of happiness, and other secrets beyond our imagining. The humans also knew the secret of life, and they used it to give us the four great gifts: thinking minds, feeling hearts, speaking mouths, and reaching hands. We are their children. They taught us how to use our hands and how to speak. They showed us the joy of using our minds. They loved us, and when we were ready, they surely would have given us the secret of happiness. And now we see the sky, the land, and the water that we are heirs to, and we wonder, why did they leave? Do they live still in the stars, in the ocean depths, in the wind? We wonder, was their fate good or evil? And will we also share the same fate one day?
I won! I knew I could defeat you!
What? Why, how did you...
While your pawn was still searching in the Cave of Tears, my paladin made it through the forest to home base. You were taken totally by surprise.
How could I have allowed myself to be defeated by such a simple trick?
You weren't defeated by a trick. You were defeated by your own cockiness. You were already polishing the victory medallion instead of concentrating on the puzzle.
That's not true. I was...
Hear ye! Hear ye! It is time for the awarding of the prizes. The silver medallion for second place is awarded to Riff of the Fox Tribe. And the first prize of the gold medallion goes to Scory of the Rat Tribe. Congratulations to both of our winners. Now, everyone, enjoy the fair!
Oh, Riff! You won! You got the silver medallion for second place.
It's not first place. I should have won first place. I was too busy thinking about the prize instead of the puzzle. I should have...
Attention, everyone. By authority of the Forest King, I hereby declare this fair officially closed.
What is the meaning of this?
The Orb of Storms has been stolen from its resting place.
Orb of Storms. This is most distressing.
Until the orb has been returned, everyone is confined to their homes while a full investigation is conducted.
Confined? Boars cannot be confined. We go where we want. We do what we want.
Including perhaps stealing the Orb of Storms?
Boars do not steal. Why would we steal it?
The orb predicts storms. Storms bring rain. Rain brings mud. And who likes mud better than anything? Boars.
Bah! If we had wanted the orb, we would have just walked in boldly and taken it. No, Elk, we are not thieves. We do not sneak around and steal like the fox.
Hey!
Quiet! Or is there something you'd like to tell us?
Just that foxes don't always steal. Some of us have never stolen anything.
Confess, Fox. Tell us where you were last evening just before sundown.
I camped in the woods overnight on my way here.
And I suppose someone saw you and can confirm this?
I can. I was with him the whole time.
Ha! First one fox lies, and then the other fox does, by saying the first one was telling the truth. We boars want the orb returned. As much as I hate to admit, there is truth in what the elk captain has said. Without the orb, we will not know when the rains will come. We will not know when to prepare the mud baths. All this makes the boars very mad. We want answers now. And morphs without answers will get hurt.
Are you threatening us?
Boars will hurt. Boars will hurt all. Boars want the orb back now!
Very well, Captain. I'll deal with this. Under the authority granted me by the Forest King, I arrest you both for the theft of...
But you can't do that. We haven't stolen anything.
I'm afraid I'll have to hold the two of you in custody until this puzzle is solved.
Puzzle? You say this is a puzzle? Then I'm the last person you want to arrest.
What do you mean?
See this medallion? This is for second place in the puzzle-solving contest. If anyone can find the Orb of Storms and bring it back to you, it's me.
Well then, Fox, I suppose it is up to you after all.
Very well. You have until the next new moon to find the orb.
Okay, see you then. Come on, Reen.
However, just to make sure that you return, I will send one of my warriors along with you. Lieutenant Iya, please step forward. Lieutenant Iya, you will accompany them on their quest. Aid them wherever and whenever you can. But if they try to escape or refuse to return, your orders are to use whatever force is necessary to return them to us to stand trial. Is that perfectly clear, Lieutenant?
Yes, my captain.
Wait! Boars do not trust foxes. Boars do not trust elk. Both are weak fools. I will send along a true warrior, one who will get the job done. Orc! Orc, go with them. Find this orb. If they are lying, kill them. If they try to escape, kill them. If you suspect treachery, kill them. If they do not find the orb, kill them.
What about if we snore too loudly?
Riff!
Maybe I won't wait. Maybe I'll kill them now.
Enough! Now go. Remember, you have only until the next new moon to complete your quest.
Wait. I do not trust you most of all, young fox. So, to make sure you come back, we will keep your little friend.
Ow! Riff!
Reen!
Remember, if you return by the next new moon, your friend will be released unharmed. If you don't return by then, why, I'll just have me a new pelt for my wall. Now go!
Reen! Reen!
I suggest you concentrate on completing your task. Remember, you have only until...
The next new moon. You don't have to remind me. I'll be here, and I'll have the orb with me.
I hope that you do. Lieutenant Iya, you're in charge. Carry on and Godspeed.
Yes, sir.
Well, my new friends, our quest lies ahead. Let us not keep it waiting. Good day to you, sir. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
If it isn't the fox that closed down the fair and ruined my vacation, would I mind if you asked me a few questions? Of course not. You may waste all of my time if you wish.
Would you tell me?
What I was doing at the time of the theft? Of course, I was butting heads with one of the other fairgoers.
You were having an argument with him?
I didn't say I was arguing with him. I said we were butting heads.
Who do you think might have stolen the orb?
I think it was the rats. No, on second thought, I think it was the bears. However, it could have been the dogs. My vote, however, is with one of those crafty foxes. All the fingers seem to be pointing to them, and to one in particular. And I have seen no evidence to the contrary. Have you?
Do you have any idea why someone might have wanted to steal the orb?
Something that predicts the weather, tells us the seasons, something upon which our entire agricultural existence depends? I can't possibly imagine why anyone would want to steal that old thing. Perhaps to make into a necklace? What do you think?
What do you know about these orbs?
Only two things. One, they are round, hence the name Orb. Two, the theft of one has caused the complete ruination of my vacation at this fair. That is all I know about them, and that is all I want to know about them.
Can you give me any advice in looking for the missing orb?
Yes, I can. I suggest you take the longest, most difficult route available. Don't forget to stop occasionally and bang your head with a large rock or other blunt instrument. Bury your face in a hill of red ants whenever you can. And if you should run across any rams that might be on holiday, don't forget to take time out and totally ruin it for them.
Thank you for...
Farewell, young fox. If we never meet again, it will be too soon.
Wow, what a sore head. Hey, a ram. Butting heads? Sore head? That's pretty good. Excuse me.
Ah, you wish to have your fortune told. What is your name?
My name is Riff, and I come here seeking information.
Information is my business.
Not information about myself, but rather about the Orb of Storms.
Ah, so you are the one sent to seek the orb. Bid your friends wait elsewhere, and I will supply the information you seek.
Now then, about the Orb of Storms.
Patience, my handsome friend. First, let me see your palm. Interesting. You may now ask your questions.
I suppose you were in your booth last evening telling fortunes?
Now, who is telling fortunes? I was here, Kittling, all evening.
For what purpose was the orb stolen?
If the thief would sell information on the seasons and weather to other tribes, it would make him very rich indeed.
Perhaps you could look into your crystal and tell me who did this deed.
Very well. I can see forms, many forms, but I cannot make them out. I sense great power. Your quest will be a most dangerous one.
What do you know of the orbs?
I know that the Orb of Storms is but one of several. I also know that all of the orbs are somehow linked to a great intelligence from which their powers are derived.
And what is the source of this great intelligence?
That is a mystery that died with the humans.
What advice can you give me on my quest?
I suggest you examine the scene of the crime. You may find other pieces to your puzzle there.
You mean journey to the sanctuary of the Orb of Storms?
Yes. There you will find the Old One, Elara. She may help you, but first you must convince her that your heart is true.
Then I shall be on my way. Thank you for your help and counsel.
Will you not tarry a while longer? Perhaps a soft bed will rest and refresh you for your journey.
My friend is being held prisoner. Until she is free, there will be no rest for me.
I see. Then off with you, handsome one. May fortune smile upon you.
I barely got a chance to enjoy the fair, and here I am on assignment again.
This was one of the best fairs we've ever had. Well, for most of us anyway.
Pardon me, my friend. I'm conducting an investigation. Would you mind answering a few questions for me?
You want to ask me questions? I'm not very good at answering questions, but I'll try.
Where were you last night?
I know this one, and don't tell me. Let me think.
Mr. Bear.
Wait a minute. Let's see. Last night, today. Oh yeah, last night I was here too. I was getting my wares ready to sell.
And what exactly is it that you sell?
Sweets, fruit on a stick, honey on a stick, honeyed fruits on a stick. If it's sweet and will fit on a stick, I'll sell it.
Who do you think might have stolen the Orb of Storms?
That's a hard one. Who stole the orb? Let's see. I think it was the thief.
The thief?
That's right. If you find the thief, you'll have the person who stole the orb.
What advice would you give in searching for the orb?
Let's see. Take some warm clothes, especially your mittens, and a warm hat. And don't forget your galoshes. Always be polite and say please and thank you.
What's that?
What's what?
I believe I heard someone calling me.
I don't hear.
Thank you so much for your time and trouble, Mr. Bear.
And don't take any wooden nickels.
Excuse me, my good lady, but my companions and I are in search of the Orb of Storms.
The orb? Go on.
Perhaps you could tell us where you were evening last.
I was in my wagon, preparing my sculptures for today's sale. They are quite beautiful, are they not?
Is there anyone who could vouch for your whereabouts?
I'm afraid not. No one saw me from early yesterday evening until today.
Can you tell me who might have stolen the orb?
Someone very clever. I understand the orbs are heavily guarded. In order for someone to steal one, he would have to be very clever indeed, or be someone that even the guards would not suspect.
What do you know of these orbs?
I know they contain the secrets of nature itself. I do not understand how they work. It has been my fondest wish to be able to take one apart and look inside for myself. Perhaps someday.
Do you have any advice to help us on our quest?
I cannot help you find the orb, but once you do, I suggest you learn all you can about it. Then bring your knowledge to me, and I'll see if I can make another. Together, we could become very rich.
Thank you for your time, friend Ferret. I must be off.
Don't forget what I said. I will anxiously await your return.
I see nothing special about it. I just know I'm going to want a nice warm bed like this in the near future. Excuse me, my good woman, but could I trouble you long enough to ask you a few questions?
Oh, very well. Ask your questions, but make them brief.
Where were you last night, just after dusk?
Where I was and what I was doing is none of your business.
Do you have any suspicions as to who may have stolen the Orb of Storms?
There are plenty around here who would be mean enough to do it. I wouldn't put it past any of them.
Can you suggest why someone might have stolen the orb?
Because people are mean. They're just plain mean. The minute you get anything nice, someone is going to come along and steal it from you. It's always been that way, and that's the way it'll always be.
Do you have any information about the stolen orb?
Now, do I look like the type of person who would have information about those silly orbs? Seems that people have placed so much importance on these orbs, they've forgotten how to do anything for themselves. Know what I mean?
Could you offer me any advice on my search?
The only advice I have is not to take any advice from anybody. They don't know what they're talking about. They'll just try to steal from you, or cheat you, or get whatever you've got. People are like that.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I must be off. Thank you so much for your time and wisdom, my good woman. It has truly been a pleasure talking to you.
Well, thank you, young man. It was nice to talk to you, too. Such a polite young man. Good luck to you and your companions. Just you be careful. There's so much meanness out there, you know.
Yes, ma'am. Fare you well. Good day to you, sir.
forced to pack up and move out before my wares are sold. This is not a good day, sir.
Would you be so kind as to tell me where you were evening last?
I was working my booth, trying to make a meager living. I am a merchant. Where else would I be?
And what is it you sell around here?
I am a bookseller.
Can you think of anyone who would want to steal the Orb of Storms?
The orb is very valuable to many races. It could have been anyone here. It could have been no one here.
What do you know of these orbs?
I only know that they came from the time before, when man walked the earth. I do not know how they were made, nor how they came to contain their powers.
Can you offer me any advice for my quest?
Trust no one, not even your traveling companions. Sleep lightly. Watch your back at all times, and should you obtain the orb's return, get rid of it as quickly as you can, or it will become a curse upon your life.
Thank you for your time and trouble, good sir. You have been most helpful. Good day to you. Friend Mole, I was wondering.
If I can exchange your currency, what would be your pleasure?
We have very little money. Can you help us?
That depends on what you have of value. Nothing.
Except my silver medallion.
Ah, silver. I'll give you 20 credits for it.
My medallion is not for sale.
20 credits is the best I can do. Take it or leave it.
You don't understand. A friend once told me that I should be proud of this medallion. It is for her that I wear it.
Very well, my sentimental young friend.
We are seeking information. We are investigating the disappearance of the Orb of Storms.
So, you are the ones who have ruined the fair. Be gone! I have nothing to say to you.
Then you have no knowledge of the orb's disappearance?
I have no knowledge of anything. Now leave me alone.
Have you noticed any large amounts of money changing hands of late?
No, and if I had, I wouldn't tell you. The only hands I care about are mine. And since there is no money to be changed here, I'll bid you adieu. Adieu!
Tell us what you know about the orb.
I told you, I know nothing. Now be gone.
I see I will have to try a different approach with this one. It seems that of all the people at this fair, you are the one who would have the most to gain by the theft of the orb.
I? What would I have to gain?
A thing of such value would surely bring a good price. And a money changer would be the first to whom the thief would go to ransom the prize. Tell us what you know, or we will turn you over to the authorities.
You can do nothing. You have no evidence. You have no proof. All you have are wild accusations. Now, go away. You waste my time.
Tell us what you know about the orb.
I told you, I know nothing. Now be gone.
Tell us what you know about the orb.
I told you, now be gone.
Tell us what you know.
I told you, now be...
Fine then. Goodbye.
And don't come back. Yes?
What village is this?
This is the Ferret Village and site of the Tinker's Lodge.
What village is this?
This is the...
Well, sorry to take up your time then.
Good day.
Nothing's...
I see you admire my noble bearing.
I'm not sure I want to do business with this fellow. Good day to you, sir.
Anything I can get for you?
No, just browsing, thanks.
Browse away. I'll just stand here and stare at you until you buy something. No pressure.
Just an ordinary wooden counter.
Nice choice. That's on special today. Nice choice. That's on special today. Nice choice.
What are you looking at?
Spikes. Not the most useful things I can think of. Not very entertaining. Is that plaster you carry?
No, sir. Too heavy. Wouldn't want to hurt my back. Get it? You asked if I carry bags of plaster. I said they were too heavy. It's a joke.
Yes, quite humorous indeed. Let me rephrase my question. Can we get plaster here?
Try the pub. You can always get plaster there. Get it? It's a joke. You said you were looking to get...
I know what I said.
Okay. I just love a good joke, you know. Can't pass up an opportunity to make a funny. Sure, I've got plaster. Got some great plaster. Fast drying, super hard, best on the market. Only cost you 15 credits a bag.
Next time, this will be gold.
Hey, that's mine. Leave it alone.
There's no place to open it.
Good day. May I show you some of my glass items?
No, thank you. Your glasswares are pretty indeed, but it is information I seek.
Information? This is not an information booth. If you are not going to purchase anything, I suggest you move on.
I think he ought to take a break.
This is his break.
This fellow may have the answer to our problems. It's pretty hot in there. I think he ought to take a break.
This is...
Just regular glassware, nothing fancy. It's a bellows. Just an ordinary window. Your glasswares are pretty indeed.
This is not an info. You're not... I suggest...
I think he ought to...
This is...
He's so intense. I'm afraid all he'd talk about is coal. Just an ordinary window. Nothing. They look comfortable. Nothing. We used to play with these when we were kids. Nothing unusual about these bricks. Nothing.
I see you admire my no.
Nothing.
This strikes me as being most unwise. Walking into the enemy camp and risking capture ourselves is the last thing we need.
But information is the first thing we need, and this may be our only way to obtain it.
I still think this is pure folly.
Perhaps the elk is right. We should not disturb the Boar King. He will be very angry.
Really, Ock? Surely you have nothing to fear. You are an honored Boar warrior, specially chosen for this mission by the captain of the Boar Guard. I should think you'd be expecting a hero's welcome.
Bah! This assignment is not an honor. It is a punishment.
What? A punishment? What was your offense?
I was on guard duty. A great celebration was going on inside, and a fellow guard managed to slip me a tankard of ale. Then another, and another. The next thing I remember, the captain of the guard was throwing a bucket of water in my face.
You got drunk and fell asleep on guard duty?
It happened over a year ago. Since then, whenever a disagreeable task comes along, it's given to me.
Then we will see to it that the success of this quest restores your honor. I really don't want to go in there, but I suppose I'll have to. Excuse me, we have come to see...
Well, well, what have we here? If it isn't a fox and an elk. And Huck! So, were you able to find your way back by yourself, or did you get lost again? Ha ha ha!
Oh, please, Sergeant Ock, have mercy on me. Please don't make me go in front of the Boar King and plead my case.
But...
Please, don't make me go into his throne room. You are so strong and I am so weak. As much as I fear you, I fear the Boar King even more. Have mercy!
What are you...
Please, Sergeant Ock, do not drive us so hard. We have been walking many days to get here and are fatigued beyond words. We cannot keep up with you. Please, we must rest.
Rest? You want rest? I have no time for rest. You, Fox, get to the throne room. The king will enjoy watching you grovel. Now, you two, open the gate. Go ahead, Riff. Elks are not welcome, so I must remain here to protect Ia.
Oh, really?
Your Majesty, presenting Riff of the Fox tribe.
Your Majesty, I have been falsely accused of the theft of the...
I know who you are, Riff of the Fox tribe. Please, I like to be addressed face to face.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I have come to ask your indulgence.
I said I like to be addressed face to face. You may address me here.
But, Your Majesty...
Address me here or leave! Those are your choices, Fox!
Your Majesty, I am deeply grateful for this audience. I believe you are holding my friend Reen hostage. And I have come to ask you for her release.
Hostage? We don't have any hostages here. We do, however, have a quite charming guest. Captain!
Riff!
Reen? Reen!
Be careful! Don't let them hurt you!
Don't worry, I'll be back. I'll get you out.
Reen! I'll be back. I will see that she is kept safe until either you fail or you do not return. Then, I give you my word that she will suffer mightily. Now go! You have ceased to amuse me. Leave while you still have your life.
But I will return to claim both my friend and my honor.
Well, why aren't you leaving?
Oh, I am.
Oh, the poor fox. He's doomed, and he doesn't even know it.
Well, what have you learned?
Ugh, mud! How revolting! I may never get this mud out of my fur. What's this?
What is it?
It appears to be a ring with the crest of a wolf's head upon it.
Where did you get it?
It was stuck on my toe when I came out of the mud. What an odd design. The head of a wolf. Look like anyone I know? Look like anyone I know? Wow! Look at the size of those knockers!
Indeed. Let us hope those inside are responsive to our inquiries.
I don't care as long as they answer our questions.
It's locked.
Where is my cup? Has anyone seen my cup?
It's locked. It's locked.
Where is my cup?
I'm so late. Let me by, please.
We're on the right track. I can feel it.
Be careful, Riff. Overlook nothing.
It's locked.
I'm so late. Let me by.
Where is my cup? Has anyone seen my...
Nothing special about it.
I've been warned about your kind. Stay.
I'm so late. Let me by.
Thank you. You are so very kind. Unfortunately, I have nothing for you. Goodbye.
It's locked.
What do you want?
We seek Elara, matron of the Orb.
You have found her. Identify yourselves.
My name is Riff. These are my companions. Ia, Lieutenant of the Forest King, and Sergeant Ak of the Boar Guard. We have come to find the Orb of Storms.
For what purpose?
To return it here.
How do I know you're not planning to keep it for yourself?
You have my word of honor.
And what do I know of your honor? There are rumors that the orb was stolen by a fox. How do I know that you are not the thief himself?
There is no evidence of my guilt, only the prejudice of small minds. If I were in possession of the orb, why would I return?
Perhaps to see what else you can steal?
But
Enough! The Orb of Storms was in my care and now it is gone. I will not risk further desecration by allowing outsiders to poke their noses around this sanctuary. Leave at once!
Wait! I represent your great friend, the Forest King. Does that mean nothing to you?
Our friendship means a great deal. But how do I know you represent him?
Do I not wear the uniform of the Elk Guard?
Anyone can wear a uniform. Bring me a token of authority from the king himself, and you shall have my cooperation in conducting your investigation.
What shall the token be?
The king will know.
But our time is short. We have only until the next new moon to return the orb.
Then I suggest you make haste. Now go. Go! Return when you have the token.
Pretty foxy-looking statues. Pretty foxy-looking. Very interesting architecture. It's locked. It's locked. Good day to you, sir.
Day it is. Good it is not.
We are in need of information.
What sort of information?
I am curious about the history of the rat tribe. What can you tell me?
I have no time for a history lesson. You should schedule an appointment with one of our historians.
Your historians?
That's right. We rats are one of the few tribes that can tell you about our history, for we've kept records since time immemorial.
Then you are one of the older races?
That's right. According to legend, we were the first race to be morphed. This may account for our copious record-keeping.
Do you have actual records of contact with the humans?
Ah, records of the humans. Those records are quite vague. They suggest that the humans kept our ancestors in cages while they bestowed the gift.
The gift?
That is what our people call the giving of self-awareness to morphs.
And what happened after you were given this gift?
Details are sketchy. Apparently, our ancestors worked with humans on a regular basis. In fact, they taught us their language and script.
Your ancestors served the humans?
Serve them? Of course not. We are not servants. We help them in their scientific experiments, on some level.
Then the rats and the humans must have been great allies.
Not so. Even though some humans worked with us, most of their race had great prejudice and fear toward us. They would drive us away or kill us if they could. Morphed and unmorphed alike, some had such hatred for us that they would hunt us down and set traps to catch us.
What did your people do?
What we had to do to survive. We segregated ourselves from man and built dwellings under the ground where we would be safe from those that would harm us. We continued that lifestyle even after the humans vanished.
And you believe these legends?
I believe all legends are part fact and part fiction. Which is which, only our ancestors knew for sure.
I am curious about the... Your...
That for...
Then...
That is...
Do you...
Huh?
The...
That...
And what...
In fact... We are not served. We...
That...
Not... They... More... Up.
What...
What... We... I... We...
And your job is to watch this door?
It is not. I am no mere watchman. There are several of us who take turns watching the door. My main duty, however, is keeping track of our trade balance with other tribes.
What is your main form of exchange?
We deal mostly in information. Whatever skills we have come from our vast storehouse of written knowledge.
How did you get this job?
It is a trade that was passed down from my father and from his father before him.
You've been doing this a long time, then?
As long as I can remember. My father would bring me to this very room, even when I was very young, and teach me about this trade.
Do you enjoy this job?
Enjoy? Enjoy? What kind of question is that? It is my job. It is what I do for the good of my society. My personal enjoyment does not enter into it.
Tell us more about your society. Tell us about your people.
For one thing, we like to be left alone.
Really? Why is that?
Because we are usually too busy to make idle chit-chat. Therefore, our contact with other races is usually limited to what is necessary for trading.
But there were several rats at the puzzle tournament. In fact, it was a rat who beat me.
That's true. We seem to have a great skill for puzzle solving. So several of our younger members do enjoy getting out and dealing with other tribes at these events. It's just a phase, however, and usually doesn't last long. They soon return to the solitary lifestyle.
What do you do for fun?
Our pastimes are mostly intellectual. Games, puzzles, anagrams, the like. Physically, we enjoy foot races and hide and seek. Now, if you will excuse me, I must get back to my work.
You are indeed a most interesting race. We would like an audience with your leader.
An audience with our leader? An audience with our leader? Do you have an appointment?
We do not.
Then an audience is impossible.
Why?
Why? Because he only receives visitors from mid-morning until mid-afternoon every other day during the week. And from noon until dusk on the day of Throne, he receives only invited guests from dusk until midnight. And on the day of Death, he receives no visitors whatsoever. Therefore, you will have to wait for your audience.
But, good sir, you do not understand. I have an idea to distract him. Play along. We'd like to make an appointment.
Very well, then. What is your name again?
My name is Riff of the Fox Tribe.
Riff of the Fox Tribe. And you are...
This is Who Are You of the Boar Tribe. And Yasser I Am of the Elk Tribe.
You are who?
No. Yasser I Am.
No, who are you?
That's me.
You? Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm the dog.
Who are you?
Nothing special about it.
I'm the doorkeeper. Who is he?
Just your basic cheese.
That's right.
I may need a disguise. I mustn't talk to him. He'll know I shouldn't be here.
You can take off that cloak now, young fox. You must have had a long journey. So tell me, how did you manage to get past the doorkeeper?
My friends and I provided him with a diversion.
Quite clever. But then I could tell you were clever at the puzzle tournament.
Aha, so that's where we have met before.
Yes. I am called Sist, and I was there to witness your defeat at the hands of Scory.
Scory was lucky.
Sometimes all that stands between a winner and a loser is a little bit of luck. Now then, why are you here?
My friends and I are investigating the disappearance of the Orb of Storms. We are at a loss as to where to start, and have heard that you know many things. Can you help us?
We have knowledge, but we are not clairvoyant. We must have clues, something to go on. Have you any clues?
I found what might be a clue.
Let me see it then. Give me what you have.
What an odd design. The head. I found this ring at the bottom of the Boar King's mud bath.
What were you doing in his...
Never mind. It's a long story.
Ah, this is good. This is very good. I mean, this is bad. Do you know what this ring means?
It has the head of a wolf on it, so I assume it belongs to a member of the wolf tribe.
It is more than that. This insignia is that of a wolf captain. That means there have been military meetings between the wolf and the boar.
How do you know the ring wasn't stolen? Or maybe the wolf captain lost it?
First, the wolf captain is constantly surrounded by guards. You cannot steal from him. Secondly, the ring cannot be lost because it is never taken off, except under very special circumstances, like the pledging of a very solemn troth.
What kind of troth?
It is that which fills me with fear. Whatever unholy alliance has been formed between the wolf and the boar, it can only mean trouble for the rest of the tribes. And I believe it all revolves around the missing orb.
Then it is all the more important you tell me what I need to know.
Anything more I can do for you?
Actually, I'll just be running along now.
As you wish.
I can get it when I leave. You sure have a lot of stuff in here. You sure have a lot of stuff in here. You sure have a lot of stuff in here. I better not mess with that. It's sealed shut. For a door, it's rather small. It's sealed shut. I wonder what the word It's sealed shut. I wonder what the word quarantine means.
Who are you? Who are you? I'm the doorkeeper. Who are you? Who are you? I said I'm the doorkeeper. Who are you? Who? I'm the doorkeeper. Who is...
Nothing special about it. Better not. I need my wits about me.
That's right.
What?
That's my nickname.
What?
Who?
You? What is your nickname?
No!
It's late. I think we'd better go. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Ah, home at last. Every time I stand at this hallowed gate, I am in awe of what lies within. Trees, flowers, streams, fish, an abundance of food. What more could anyone ask?
Mud! Of course!
The writ of authority will suffice for me.
Your Majesty, we are most grateful for this audience.
How may I be of service to you?
In our investigation, we sought to explore the sanctuary of the Orb. We were, however, stopped by Alara, matron of the sanctuary.
Yeah! She won't let us in unless you say so!
What the Boar Guard means is that she requires a token of authority before she will grant us admittance.
Isn't that what I said?
Alara is wise. There is no one more qualified to guard the orb than she. And of all of us who feel its loss, it is she who feels it most deeply. Here, take this to her. This will convince her of your authority.
A golden apple? That's it?
This apple will speak volumes. Now go. Your quest will be an arduous one, and time is of the essence if war with the boar is to be avoided.
We are in your debt, Your Majesty.
What? Is there something more to be said?
I ask your mercy, mighty king. I have been wrongly accused of the theft.
I am well aware of your predicament. However, the orb must be found if war with the boar is to be avoided. Personally, I wouldn't be surprised if the boar are the ones who stole it.
The boars have stolen nothing. We do not want war.
Perhaps your people do not, but your leaders most certainly do.
That's a lie.
Your Majesty, if we do not succeed, many innocent people will die. Is this justice?
If you cannot find the orb, we will be unable to plant crops and grow food. Is that justice? It will turn tribe against tribe, neighbor against neighbor. There will be war. Is that justice? If the orb falls into the wrong hands, it will be used to blackmail all of us. Is that justice?
But, Your Majesty...
The theft of the orb demands blood. Yours or someone else's.
Our search has come to a standstill, Your Majesty. I have come to ask your advice.
Very well. I shall give it to you. Get back out there and keep looking. And don't come back until you have news of the orb.
But, Your Majesty...
Say no more, Fox. You try my patience. Now be gone. I have no more to say to you.
A beautiful sight, a lovely scent. It's nice to be able to pause like this. The Forest King sends his respects and bids us give you this golden apple as a token of authority. He said that it would have meaning for you.
Indeed it does. This apple is a souvenir of a quest he went on for his king when he was but a young soldier. He was as noble a warrior as he is a king.
Then you will permit us access to the sanctuary so that we may investigate the stolen orb?
You may search to your heart's content. I shall open the gates. Good fortune be with you.
Thank you, mistress. So that's where the orb rested. No thanks. I prefer bathing in the river. It's an irrigation trench of some sort. Phew! A bag of fertilizer. For the garden, no doubt. Just your average garden variety bucket. I've never seen berries like this before. I wonder where they came from. Perhaps these will lead us to the thief. These might be a valuable clue. Wait!
What?
It's a footprint. Do you recognize it, Ia?
It doesn't look familiar, but tracking was never my strong point. Perhaps we can find someone who can identify it.
We'll have to bring him here. We certainly cannot move the mud.
What should we do? We're on the right track. I can feel it.
Fortunately, it's still intact. Fortunately, it's still intact. That's not going to solve the problem. I've never seen... It's locked.
I hope your search has been useful. Don't give up. I hope your...
Hello, sir. We've come to Forever Mountain in hope of peering into the wildlands, that we might have some sort of idea where we are going.
I am pleased to meet you. My name is Tycho Northpaw.
You seem to have an excellent view up here. Have you had occasion to do much observation of the wildlands?
Indeed I have. In fact, I have made maps of part of them.
Indeed. Most interesting.
I am both an astronomer and cartologist.
Cartologist?
A map maker.
Our new friend is a map maker. Perhaps you could tell us something about the wildlands.
I will tell you what I know of the wildlands. It is a place of great danger. It is also a place of great magnificence. There are hostile tribes, treacherous terrain, and roaming reptiles. It is also a land of great beauty and power.
It sounds like a truly wondrous place.
I could just as easily be describing the known lands.
But it sounds very different.
In some ways, the wildlands are very different from the known lands. In some ways, they are very similar.
Have you ever been to the wildlands yourself?
I have not. With my impaired sense of smell, I am at somewhat of a disadvantage in the wilds. I do, however, occasionally encounter a traveler who has been through the wildlands, and he will supply me with information.
Many fear the wildlands and say they are full of unspeakable dangers.
That is only fear of the unknown. If you make the unknown known, the fear has nowhere to take root.
Can you give us any suggestions for our journey?
Keep all of your senses on alert, especially your common sense. You will need them.
How much of the wildlands can be seen from this mountain?
That is hard to say. I cannot see as much as I used to when I had my light catcher. However, no one I have met has ever reached the other side and returned to tell their story.
Yes, the wildlands are a fascinating place, but there are some other things to discuss. Tell us about yourself. How did you come to live here on the edge of the wildlands?
I was born a member of the dog tribe and raised to be a hunter. However, that career was cut short. You see, I suffer from hay fever, which not only renders my sense of smell useless, but on the hunt, my sneezing had a tendency to alert the prey to our presence. I soon became quite a liability to the hunting party.
I'm terribly sorry. That must have been quite difficult for you.
Not really. True, the other members of the tribe soon ostracized me, but I was never much of a hunter anyway. My heart just wasn't in it. I was much more interested in the stars. I would lie on my back night after night and watch them into the early hours of the morning. I charted their progress across the sky and studied them until I knew each and every one by heart. So I decided to become an astronomer.
What led you to Forever Mountain?
The king of the dog tribe at the time, Rex, had no use for astronomy. He considered it a waste of time. All he cared about was the hunt. So after I was ostracized, I decided to find the highest mountain I could from which to gaze at the stars. And that was here, Forever Mountain.
What did you find when you first arrived here?
I found this building.
Just this building? Nothing more?
Oh yes, there were many other things.
What kind of things?
Instruments for seeing the stars. Light catchers, I call them. I believe they were actually left here by the humans before they ascended.
What makes you think they were left by humans?
The items I found are far beyond our own technology.
And you actually believe all of these humans ascended to the land of the clouds?
Actually, I believe the humans ascended to the moon.
What?
The image we see on the moon? That is actually the face of a human. I believe they carved it there so we would know that they are always looking down on us, watching us and caring for us. Someday they will return.
And when will that be?
When we are good enough, when we have learned enough, when we have stopped fighting amongst ourselves and learned to live in peace. Only then will we be worthy.
I find that hard to believe.
Then what do you believe in, my young friend?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
Ah.
That's all very interesting, of course, but there are a few other things we'd like to discuss. How did you come to make these maps?
From my vantage point here on the mountain, I would look through my light catcher to the wild lands below. I saw the hills and the valleys. If I saw an area of thick vegetation, I knew there must be water nearby. If it was a round, contained area, it was a lake. If it was a long, extended area, it was a river or stream. If at night I saw a fire, I assumed it must either be a campfire or a village. The size of the fire and the consistency of its occurrence told me which.
Perhaps you would lend us the use of your map.
There's no point in getting a map until we have some idea of what direction we're going.
You're probably right. We'll be on our way.
Good luck to you.
Pretty useless by itself.
Hmm?
That would be pretty nosy. There's nothing quite as cozy as a fireplace. I have no opponent. This is the scene of my humiliating defeat.
I see you admire my noble bearing.
What are you looking?
Nothing.
You again.
Fine then.
And don't...
This is most foolish. We are the last people the king wants to see.
Talking to the king again will do us no good.
Nothing special. Now that's a ferret face if I've ever seen one.